sparring couplets. Oh, I've heard of that. It's a Liyue art form where you have to create new lines of poetry based on fixed rules. Kind of like a fill-in-the-blanks game, but for poetry.
Heaven and earth, rain and wind, the endless sky and the boundless land, forest borers and ocean shrimp, lavender melons and matsutake shrooms. Based on a given line of poetry, you must create the second line to form a pair, or couplet. As long as you take inspiration from the wide world around you, you'll find it's not so difficult after all. The two lines should be neatly matched, complementing each other both semantically and rhythmically. In essence, it's just like most other forms of poetry.
To buoy your imaginations and allow the winds of inspiration to fill your sails, we've added an additional component, an inspiration walk.
An inspiration walk?
By inspiration walk, we simply mean wandering around in the wild, taking in the scenery and pocketing any poetic thoughts. Of course, to all our friends, old and new, please be careful while out and about. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is already fully booked for the month ahead.
And in short, please roam freely as the mood takes you. Enjoy the spectacular traveler. Can you round up Xingqiu, Chongyun, and the monster?
Oh, is it that thing from yes?
Thanks. So, we hope that each of you can keep an eye out for this while you're out on your inspiration walk.
Are you sure this is okay? It was just something I ran into, and...
Oh, please don't say that, Miss...
Besides, I don't mind either. Because while we're... just think...
The way I see it,
All right,
Now, how about...
you mean...
Not just that. If we all see the...
that's true.
Why don't we draw...
Yeah!
Drawing what?
I've got the slips of paper.
Oh, Paimon! Paimon wants...
Okay, so that's the Traveler, Paimon, Diona, and Chong.
What a relief.
then I humbly place myself at your instruction.
Oh,
I also await your guidance.
Take care, everyone.
Did anyone forget to bring anything? If not, then let's get going! Dun, 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 dun. Come on!
Wow, are those ears and tail real? So fluffy. All right, Miss Diona, is there some place in particular you would like to go?
Just call me Diona. Since we're trying to find that thing you saw, why don't we start with the place you saw it last time?
Sure. Then, everyone, follow...
Wouldn't gliding be fast? Huh.
Right over there, next to the water. That's where I saw...
The view...
I wasn't taking a walk.
Train? Like an
It's a bit different.
exorcism?
I've always wanted to
Chongyun is 1 in a million! He has... Huh? Isn't that a
It's awful.
Your physical constitution is far rarer than the techniques.
Conqueror of demons.
Is that a friend of yours? Yep, this is Xiao. An adeptus? Hello.
Just call me Sha.
So, are you here to train too?
When I heard about the Exorcist's encounter, I've already informed the... I have already patrolled the area and found nothing amiss.
I guess that means we came all this way for nothing.
If there's no other business, I'll be taking my leave now.
Yeah, you should...
But
I would also be honored if you joined us, Adeptus Sha.
fine.
Seems like this adeptus is pretty... Team Chongyun has a new member!
What?
Don't overthink it! Yeah, I don't get... I've heard that Liu...
Uh-huh.
Really?
What?
As well as Dwayun chilies, I also need some slime condensate or loach pearls.
Are those really fit for human consumption? This is starting to sound like something Xiangling would make.
Useless!
One with my blade!
Pew pew! Okay, this should...
Diona, you...
What? When grown-ups drink too much, they get that. So, I'm on a mission to mix the most... Yeah, because all my previous efforts have failed. Those stink...
But... how is that...
Are you calling me a liar? Huh, just you wait.
Oh no. Is she...
If her claims are true, perhaps she too...
I don't see how it could have anything to do with her.
No. I sense no trace of the demonic in her. Although there are traces of something else. Something rather special. In Liyue, we might say this child has adeptal affinity.
It's ready. Here, I made one for Xiao too.
Oh boy. Look at that color. Yep. She definitely added Julian chilies.
What's wrong? You're not allergic to anything, are you? Don't worry, there isn't even any alcohol in it. It's a slime condensate base with a seasoning of Dwayun chilies and finished with frog legs.
Surely there's no way this can possibly taste good. Xiao downed it in a single gulp. Oh, great. If the Conqueror of Demons drank it, it'd be rude of me to refuse. Oh!
Changyan drank his too. Is he gonna be okay?
This drink is...
Delicious! It does have a touch of Julian chili, but it isn't at all overpowering. It's completely different from Xiangling's cooking or those drinks Xingqiu makes to mess with me. It's crisp and refreshing, with just a hint of numbness, and the Julian chili flavor combines with the smooth but not slimy texture of the frog legs to form a heavenly mixture. And oh, the slimes! Can we talk about the slimes? Before this, I never knew that they had such a pure and herby taste, like fresh grass after the rain. The power and purity of nature distilled into a cup. Amazing! Simply unbelievable!
That's right. Slimes are absolutely sublime. Oh, I failed again.
I'm great, and I gotta try another. Diona, if you please, one more. Okay. I think I've calmed down a bit. I'm sorry. I can't believe I let you all see me like that.
It's fine. My fault for not checking your spice tolerance first. Oh, looks like this pure yang spirit isn't such a great thing to have after all.
Actually, before I drank it, I very much doubted what you said about your drinks.
Who'd have thought it? Diona and Changyun are actually kind of similar. Xiao? What's wrong?
Look over there.
You mean the leaf?
Something's written on it.
What? You can see that from over here? Oh yeah, or it'll get swept away!
There's a poem written on it. The Conqueror of Demons has truly amazing vision.
is writing about the first time they met their true love.
Although the following lines suggest that they didn't end up together.
Why write a poem on a fallen leaf? The flowing waters are ruthless. They carry the leaves away with the current. This poem would likely have vanished into the void had we not found it. It makes no sense to me.
That's true. I've heard Singcho say something similar before. When there's things that you're unable to say, or just never had the chance to say before it was too late, if it can be put on paper, it can be expressed as poetry.
Is it kind of like wishing at a fountain? I used to do that sometimes when I was little. So, that means that our mystery poet was probably hoping that someone would read it, right? You think? Then, should we write a poem in reply?
But we don't know who wrote it. How can we reply?
Why not go upstream?
Upstream? Why?
The ink looks fresh. It can't have been written too long ago. This withered leaf floated down with the current. If we travel further upstream and drop a leaf into the same waters, it should be carried down past the original writer.
Cool! Aw, this is so romantic! Communicating with a mystery person using poems on fallen leaves! But how do we make sure that they'll receive it?
We can write extra copies and drop the leaves in different places. As they say, where there's a will, there's a way. Surely at least one of our leaves will find a path.
Either way, it's our only option.
Then let's make like a tree and head upstream!
Body and mind.
Upstream, upstream, up we go! Oh, did you think of what to... Ooh, great! Now give it here and put...
Things you never had the chance to say before it was too late. When silence is the final word, we mourn the loss of things unheard. I have little talent for, nor knowledge of poetry.
The leaf's in the water! Look, it's like a little boat. Merrily, merrily down the stream, life is but a dream.
We should probably pick up the pace. We still have a few more leaves to set afloat, and we need to get back before it gets dark.
Okay, let's go! Uh-huh. What's this? You two having a private chat?
No, it's nothing. I just hope this isn't all in vain.
The scenery here is quite beautiful. Let's pause here to seek some inspiration.
Should we set up camp? Oh, please wait a moment.
It's an inspiration walk.
Okay. Well, I'll conduct reconnaissance nearby.
Wait, reconnaissance?
It means survey the environment and plan our route forward.
Are all inspiration walks in Mondstadt this complicated? They're acting like this is completely normal. In that case, I'll conduct...
Huh? Oh, okay then. Crumbs. Now I have to try and make small talk. Should I mention the scenery? The weather?
Very well. Then leave the camp to me.
So, Singcho, do you, go on inspiration walks often?
I do. I always get bored when I'm cooped up at home. so I head out for a stroll. Life gets busy. You have to steal a moment of leisure when you can.
Cool. Oh! Over there! Firewood!
You had your ring cutter! Body and mind.
With this wood and the food I brought along,
You've got quite a knack at wilderness.
thanks. I was on an expedition.
Oh? You sound like a character from an adventure novel. Charging.
What? If I really run into a powerful enemy.
You're too modest, Mika. A hero is measured not by the blood on his sword, as long as a righteous heart that yearns to aid others beats within your chest, no matter where you go.
That all sounded pretty profound.
Hello? Are you okay?
Oh,
Time to act. Body and mind.
You're back! Did everything go smoothly? Do you need a cloth to wipe the sweat from your brow?
no need, thanks. All clear. There's no danger in the vicinity. Noelle, your cooking is amazing.
Truly astounding. I never met.
Really? Then what do you usually eat when you're out on an
Oh, well, since I usually sneak out from home, I just grab some dried snacks to take with me.
By sneaking out,
That's right. Or sometimes I'll tell a cover story.
But if you get caught, won't you get disciplined?
So just don't get caught.
Huh. Anyway, did anything interesting?
well, Xingqiu and I talked about what it means. Now that I think about it, by Xingqiu,
Huh?
you're always happy to help everyone in the Knights of Favonius. Not only... Oh, remember that time when a giant boulder was blocking the road?
Oh? Sounds like she has both a heroic spirit and
Don't. Oh, please don't praise me like that. We should talk about what we came here to do. Finding inspiration.
Miss Hu Tao said something about pocketing our poetic thoughts.
You can write about anything. Looking at Cor Lapis, one can't help but wonder if one's own heart is as bright and clear as jade. Observing silk, so bright and beautiful.
So we have to connect our internal world with the external one?
Exactly. But that's just one of many possible methods. Perhaps you might gaze out at the bridge in the distance and see a woman leaning on the railing, looking as if her heart is laden by sorrows that even the rushing waters below cannot wash away.
Huh? Wait! I saw her at the gala yesterday. She wrote one of the riddles we had. Why don't we go say hi?
Hello, ma'am. How fortuitous it is that we meet again.
Hello. Are you here on your inspiration walk?
Yes. Allow me to introduce...
Thank you for accepting our answer.
Oh, don't mention it.
So, Miss...
That's right. I was traveling in the area and just happened to see.
Your riddle yesterday made quite an impression on me. It was
I haven't, actually. I've just picked up a few.
Amazing. So you're...
We noticed you standing on the bridge from quite some distance away. Are you drawn?
I
haven't finished my poem yet. The water here was just so
Well, since we're all here, why not head back? Huh? We can walk and talk.
I'd personally like to hear Miss Callie Rowe.
Well,
Woohoo! The first team is back.
Huh? The others?
Come on! Let's hurry!
Just how far did you all go?
Everyone catch your breath. Come on, deep breaths. 1, 2. Now, don't panic. The party hasn't started yet.
We made it! Oh, but Paimon gets tired if she has to fly too fast. Oh, not to mention dropping all those leaves. Paimon's hands are cramping up. Sounds like someone needs to exercise more. Huh? You guys picked up a new teammate while you were out?
Indeed. This is Kelly Rowe. I believe you'll remember her from yesterday, though you weren't introduced.
hi everyone.
Hello, but you're not... Wait. Xiao? Xiao! Come...
Now that we've all regrouped, let's... Scratch that. Looks like we're still waiting on my co-host.
They say roosters crow at first light, and finches go to bed at night. But Director Hu Tao's always on the ball. Anytime, anywhere, she'll answer your call.
Are the theatrics really necessary? We're already on day 2 of the festival. The opening ceremony is over.
But my dear, dear Paimon, it seems you are not yet aware. That was not for my own sake, but for a special guest who's joining us today.
Director Who's manner is as exuberant as ever. It always makes quite an impression.
Oh boy! Now this is a surprise.
Mr. Zhongli, I hope you are well.
Xingqiu, what can you tell me about Mr. Zhongli? He seems like somebody very important.
Yes, he's held in very high regard in Liyue Harbor. He's extremely erudite in many different domains of knowledge. Allow me to introduce you all to Zhongli, a consultant at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. His expertise is limitless, stretching from the celestial orbs to the terrestrial ores, spanning modern and ancient culture, delving into literature both prosaic and poetic. He may be my subordinate, but he is certainly a qualified poetry expert, and so we have invited him here tonight to judge the compositions.
The director exaggerates. I am but vaguely acquainted with a few lines of classical poetry. Should you consider me to be remiss in my appraisal of your own compositions, please correct me.
Yeah, enough with the modesty already. If I didn't know better, I'd say you seemed nervous. Just focus on judging.
Please rest assured that I shall rise to the occasion, Director.
Let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! Equal numbers on both sides.
Huh? Are you counting me too? Okay, fine. But consider this a favor.
With our Fontaine friend present, perhaps we should rename this event to the Three Nations. Also, I'm just noticing that Paimon should only count as a half teammate at most. Well, how about this? I'll join in as well. Naturally, the more the merrier. Then it's settled.
What about me? Shall I keep...
No need for that. The teams are just a formality. We're all friends here, and this isn't a...
I concur, Director. Moreover, since this is a congenial poetry gala,
Couldn't have asked for a better judge. Zhongli said everything I was supposed to say, only far more
No problem. Friends old and new, put on your thinking caps and take a deep breath of fresh air. The second stage of our poetry gala will now commence. Matching couplets.
Perhaps I could break the ice with a humble contribution to... Please listen to the first line in the couplet.
What? He managed to think of one already?
Shinue Kiosk. Should that be paired with Lily Pavilion? Or are they too similar for a couplet? Oh, this is pretty difficult.
Shinue Kiosk. Contemporary tastes? I guess I should pair the modernity of their VIP dining experience with an emblem of the past. Ah! Maybe where I was training that one time. That was quite ancient. The weather was terrible that day. Okay, I got something. Surrounded by history, outside a Tianheng Pass pavilion, as lightning sets the boundless tenebrous skies ablaze.
Wow! Changyun completed the couplet!
Shinue Kiosk is a renowned modern restaurant, while the mountain pass of Tianheng is a prominent historical landmark. These two iconic locations form a complementary pair. The imagery also contrasts rather well between the two halves of the couplet. One half describing a leisurely and comfortable indoor scene, the other portraying a hazardous outdoor scenario where there is no protection from the elements.
Huh? I was just describing what I experienced that day. I guess I just got lucky. All right then. I guess I'll start the next couplet. Mind pines for Mingyun, flesh confined to Qingse, spirit striding high on Zheyun's clouds.
Oh, Changyun, you dark horse. Looks like you came to play today.
This conjures the image of one with lofty aspirations, whose life is limited to a small town, but who awaits the opportunity to one day ascend above the clouds. The use of various locations for their symbolism is quite novel indeed.
Oh! Soul shines like jade stone, dressed in finest silkware. Lucent heart still beats within me now.
Wow, how did Noelle do that?
A superb line. It employs the metaphor of precious stone to describe one of noble and moral character, with a pure and clear heart. The symbolism in this case is centered around objects, truly the work of a skilled poet.
That was a commendable couplet.
All thanks to your guidance while we were out on our inspiration walk.
I'd like to start the next couplet. Up into the misty karst, down among the grassy marsh, all for lotus seed and bird egg soup.
Lotus seed and bird egg soup? What is it, Diona? Did you think of a second line for the couplet? No. Everyone's poems are so complicated. I need more time just to understand them. But when I heard lotus seed and bird egg soup, it made me think of berry and mint burst. Maybe because I mixed a similar drink recently.
North beyond the Starfell Lake, south across the windswept plains, just for berries squeezed and mint infused.
No wonder everyone praises the traveler so highly. You answered so quickly.
Both halves of this couplet require intimate knowledge of the terrain in question and the local plants that may be found there. The two of you are clearly both seasoned travelers.
Does this mean I helped? Meowza!
Hey now, Zhongli. Don't just praise everything you hear. You should question and press them a bit. Don't worry about upsetting anyone. After all, I'm here to take the heat.
Then allow me to try another. Qingxin has no heart, still it soothes the human heart.
Is she talking about the medicinal effects of Qingxin? This is a hard one to match.
Sweet dream is no dream, yet it nurtures people's dreams.
Sweet dream. Does that really match?
Since the suitability of the match has been queried, I shall act according to the director's wishes.
Oh, you mean eating a delicious dessert before bed will make you sleep well, right? You're
Then I agree. The two halves of the couplet match. This point is well deserved.
Points for me, points for thee. This judge gives out points for free. But if you ask me, everyone's being a little too conventional so far. Let's push the envelope a little. Go nuts!
Oh? In that case, why don't you finish this one for me, Hu Tao? Round moon in the heavens, full moon at night. Celebrate with circle of friends.
Oh, square meals in the basement. Big bowls of rice, decorate with cuboids of meat.
Huh? What the?
Ah, we have ourselves a pedant's couplet. The two halves have no thematic connection, yet each word has its perfect parallel, meaning the two halves do form a cohesive whole. The strict pairings make this no easier to achieve than a thematically coherent couplet.
Blah, 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 blah. So verbose. Zhongli, just tell me if I got a point or not.
Of course you did. I presumed it went without saying.
Ahem. Through Cheongji, I walked 100 miles. At Guili, I ended my march. In Dihua, the silver grass grows in two styles, but horsetails don't trot out the marsh.
From vendors, I bought some 15 steaks. At dinner, I sizzled the lot. At pressure, the tenderloin cooks in 2 ticks, but 15 won't fit in the pot.
Huh?
So that's a pedant's couplet. Paimon thinks she can do that too. I thought of one. Wolf hooks can't hook Baron Bunny. Aw, that's a cute couplet.
Sweet flowers can't outsweet Sister Barbara.
Huh?
Now, that's the passion we like to see. Although, unfortunately, your response was technically one word too long.
In that case, Whopper flowers can't whop Jumpy Dumpty.
Oh, this monster's got talent.
I'm so relieved I at least managed to get one.
Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts from the stove, reading through the heart of clear springs.
Wow, Noelle came up with another one. Come on, match the couplet. Paimon knows you can do it. Do you really think Paimon has what it takes? Fine, Paimon will give it a whirl. Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts from the stove, reading through the heart of clear springs. Seething in the pouring rain, sword of pain swipes at my foe, beating up the eye of the storm. What? Really?
Yes, very good. The image of challenging powerful foes in the harshest of conditions seemed to manifest before my eyes. And it was...
Really?
It appears that
Paimon's so happy! Paimon managed to match a bunch of couplets at the end.
I really enjoyed myself too.
You were amazing today, Noelle. Paimon especially...
Miss Kelly Roy, are you okay? You look like you're getting tired.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Although, I do have a Have all of you read Heart of Clear Springs?
I haven't actually read it.
My dad told me this story once. It's about a spring fairy and...
Oh, yes. The story of a spring fairy who left her homeland. The boy poured out his heart to her. Over time, the boy grew up and began to develop feelings for the spring fairy. But the spring fairy didn't understand human love. I don't know if Diona's father mentioned the part about the kiss to her.
In the end, the spring fairy left the boy.
Oh, yes, that's it. Many years went by, and the boy became an old man.
Sounds like a tragic tale.
So, what do you guys think?
I'm sure she made her decision with the best of intentions, but the boy couldn't hope to understand why she left.
Well, Do you think she should go back?
Now? But isn't he an old man by the...
Isn't it a bit like... Oh, so...
If Paimon was that boy...
I see.
Oh? Looks like the party's still going strong over here. Are you coming up with more couplets? Need my help?
Stick to hosting, Tone Deaf Bard. If you get involved, you only...
I never knew you had such a but the couplet games are all over now. Tomorrow's theme...
Do we have to share...
That's right. If you're not feeling confident, don't worry. It's never too late to register for Venti's Poetry Cram class.
I'll sign up.
Oh, me...
Hold on there, Buster. Before you start peddling your classes, just how much freedom is there with...
It's as free as the winds that blow. And there's nothing freer. There are no limits. Give it a try. There's no better...
Whoa, that's almost too much freedom. Will you come too, Kelly Roy? Paimon wants to...
Oh, Ugh, my nose is starting to itch again. All right, I shall leave...
Huh? Looks like we're...
Morning, friends. Singcho said he wants to take some time and...
Noelle has other duties today, so she asked me to tell everyone not...
Oh, okay. Well, I got here really early.
Are you talking about the girl with the blue hair? I saw her on the bridge near Dihua Marsh during my morning trip. She looked a little upset, so...
Upset? Oh no! What should we do? Was it something we said last...
I agree. If she's run...
Huh? You're all go.
Shall we start with the bridge?
Good idea. We'll be...
Oh, so this is the place? She looked like something was weighing on her mind then as well.
It's also not far from where we were dropping...
Huh.
Oh, right. We were so busy
I wonder...
Hmm?
Oh, it's just... That poem on...
Now that you mention it, this is upstream.
Huh? Hey, look! Over there! Wow, you're right! And this one after that leaf!
Time to act.
you just fly up, but
Time to act.
It stopped.
no!
Are the words still legible? Or have they...
Looks like the ink's intact. Let Paimon take a look at what it's... Huh? This is related to the poem we wrote in reply yesterday. Spring. She seems to care a lot about that story. Actually, when Paimon first saw... Do you think... Is it
Based on the current and account... This should be far enough upstream. Let's split up and search the area.
Kelly Rowie! Kelly Rowie! Ah! She's surrounded by hilly turtles! Let's go save her!
Let's light it up!
Here we go. Yeah.
Everybody stand! Witness the power of Gugwa! There is no escape! Rain outlines your fate.
Callie Rowie, are you okay? It's a huge...
This is exactly what I saw the other day.
Oh no!
That voice is definitely...
How did this happen? Oh no! Did I use...
How did you... What's going on here?
No. I'm so sorry for deceiving you all for...
What's an
Ah, the Grandmaster has mentioned them before. The Oceanids were the familiars of the former Hydro Archon.
That's correct. Though, to tell you, I have a vague impression of my ancestral home, but I can't recall clearly. All I know is that by the time I arrived in Mondstadt, I had lost most of my power and couldn't even sustain. Eventually, I settled in a place called Springvale, where I slowly began to... Springvale is a serene and beautiful place. The water that flows through...
So you're the spring...
Yes, Diona, and I remember you too, you know.
Really?
Your favorite little pillow, the fish one? Its name is Bubbles, is it?
Yep. All those childhood memories. So, if this is true, then all those things written on the leaves...
I see. So, well, you are correct. The spring fair
No wonder you were asking us so...
is Finch. I always loved listening to people's dreams. And still do, whether they're beautiful. One night, a little boy came to the spring. The tears that fell from his face. I like humans. And one... Yes. We all... Sometimes, we'd stay up all night.
Aww.
But one day, just like the book, I felt out of my depth. So
Oh.
my strength returns very slowly. And even after decades, I can only I once hoped that Finch would be able to move on. But after seeing so many people's stories, this feeling of wanting to but I'm also scared.
Oh.
It really is.
Please go see him.
Huh?
I know Grandpa Finch, and he's a really kind person. When I was struggling to learn how to draw map, he often tells me stories about his past. But and even though Grandpa Finch loves adventures, he still stands there by the... I believe that he's serious about his feelings for... So if you want to... Huh? I
understand. I will go back and see.
You will?
But
Sure. Just
would you come to Springvale? I cannot maintain this form for much longer.
leave it to me. I'm really.
Also, please keep Finch's in my secret. I wouldn't want Springvale's tranquil water.
Your secret is safe with.
I won't tell anyone.
Great. I can't think.
What's wrong?
No, I'm sorry. It's just that my mind's racing. As much as I want to talk to a poem. Okay, and it will be called.
Are you okay?
It's nothing. I'm just scared.
Okay, don't panic.
Take it slow, Diona. Finch, I can still.
Okay, stay strong. You can do it. Grandpa Finch!
Is that...
Today's your special day, Grandpa.
Oh?
Over there. Just come with me already. This is extremely important.
But I promised...
Grandpa Finch!
All right.
That's more like it.
Draft's daughter is just like him when she...
Over here! Over here! It's a...
What's all this? Even Mika's here? How's work been? And even some friends from abroad, if I'm...
Greetings, Mr. Finch. My name is Chong Yoon. We all met at the
Finch.
That voice. Kelly Rowe.
I didn't think you'd still remember.
Oh, I remember. I remember all right. How could I ever forget? Although your appearance is different than I recall. Back then, you looked like you'd stepped right out of a fairy tale. But I'm one to talk. Of course, a fairy from a fairy tale can change forms. But in your eyes, I'm probably the one who's changed beyond all recognition.
Oh, even after all these years, you still know just what to say to make me laugh.
I thought you were only able to appear in the dead of night. There have been times when I've wondered whether it really was all a dream.
I'm sorry I kept you waiting for so long, Finch.
Oh, it can't have been that long. It's been but the blink of an eye, really.
Finch, would you like to hear a poem I wrote for you?
A poem? You write poetry now? Well, of course. I'd be delighted to listen. I'll hang on every word that leaves your lips.
In that case, let me read you a story about the Spring Fairy. Far from my native land I roamed. In streams I slept, many seasons I met as the sun set and rose. I searched for a garden to call a home, and the moonlight ebbed as the water flowed. A soft breeze beckoned me unto a spring. Sleep, weary wanderer, your journey is over.
may the dancing petals sweeten your slumber. At dawn, I hummed the melody of a distant stream, and the songs in the night serenaded my dreams. A boy's tender tears trembled through the water, stirring me more than any starlight sonata. He wove me a wreath from past petals and future buds. I crossed beyond the veil of dreams to the realm of flesh and blood. Look at the love that shines from his eager gaze. Answer the call of his heart, lest this moment go to waste. The kittens and fireflies invited my heartstrings to sing, but I was a stranger to the melody of mankind and knew not how this tune should begin. As the river of dreams trickled into the ocean blue, every time a crystal fly flapped its wings, older it seemed he grew. But I learned to fathom human ways each stumbling step I took, and clouds of confusion became crystal clear in the vulnerable verse I wrote. As seed yearns for soil and trees for the sun, a once foreign melody inside my heart sung, and it cried out your name on every string it could strum. Now I give my dream to you. May it be in your slumber a sweet spring to quench your thirst. Now, I hand my heart to you, praying my belated promise might meet, still with your trust.
Yes. This is how I remember you from when we first met. All those years ago. It really has been a long, old time, hasn't it?
Finch,
It's okay. I understand. Your poem, it explains everything.
Thank you, Finch. Please, take this.
It's so beautiful.
This is a droplet of water condensed from my own power. Finch, I don't have a physical form like humans, and I can't stay by your side. I don't know how long it'll be before I can change back into human form again. But as long as this droplet remains with you, our hearts will always be connected, no matter the distance between us. I will always be one with the spring. From this day onwards, if you call me, I will meet you in your dreams.
It's so romantic!
You've really learned a lot, haven't you? And you don't even mind that the kids are watching.
Does it bother you?
How could it possibly? This is the happiest moment of my life. I just worry that once I go to sleep, I won't ever want to wake up again.